Wow, guys! The original Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64 is such an amazing video game. When I was a kid at the age of 5 years old, that's all I would play back on my Nintendo 64 video game system. Hey, me and Professor Pikachu are playing a dastardly game of hide and seek. Let me find that little cucumber. Professor Pikachu, come on, wherever you are. Professor Pikachu, where the frick are you? I'm gonna find you, you no-good Pikachu.
I'm right here, Mr. Wii. You couldn't find me, my friend.
You no-good Pikachu! You never avoid me, you piece of crap!
Where?
You no-good Pikachu! Cue the intro. Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. This video game came out back in April of 1999 for the Nintendo 64 video game system. This video game has a total playable characters of 12, and there's so many fun and awesome stages in this video game. And this video game brings the Nintendo universe into one jam-packed awesome video game. Anyhow, I have to say that Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64 was utterly my childhood. There are so many awesome stages and playable characters in this video game. Now for the first Super Smash Bros. Game, the core gameplay is very good, but I feel that future Super Smash Bros. Games improved upon the core gameplay. Anyhow, what are my thoughts about Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64? Well, find out in this latest edition of Mr Wii Reviews, episode 39D. Let's get this video game review started, shall we? Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. The first Super Smash Bros. Game in the series. Wow, guys, even all of these years later, I can still play the original Super Smash Bros. And have such an amazing time with this video game. The first Super Smash Bros. Game was light on characters and modes, but I have to say that the one-player mode was a fun mode, but really didn't offer anything deep and engaging like the other Super Smash Bros. Games in the future would offer. Super Smash Bros. The original game wasn't meant to be a super big project, but after this game came out, this video game got newfound levels of popularity, which encouraged Masahiro Sakurai to make sequel games such as Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and so on and so forth. The core gameplay of the original Super Smash Bros. Game is what always keeps me coming back to play this video game. When it comes to fighting games, the original Super Smash Bros. Bros. Game is definitely engaging and enjoyable. Each character has different attacks, and their platforming and dodging added to the equation was unique for the fighting games at that time. And this video game, instead of using health, uses a percentage bar. Super Smash Bros. Has 4 unlockable characters: Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, Ness, and Luigi, and each are unlocked through different ways. What really annoyed the living shit out of me when I was younger, and I kid you not, is that I could never unlock Luigi and Ness, since with Ness you have to put the difficulty on 3 strokes and normal, and Luigi, you have to clear target mode of all the characters. Okay, how in the mother of fuck am I supposed to figure that damn crap out? Ugh. All in all, I can always go back to the original Super Smash Bros. And have such a fun time playing this video game. This video game definitely stands the test of time, and I feel that decades later as well it will too, when gaming goes into the future. Hey George Justin! Sorry, I didn't mean to be silly like that. Anyhow, the original Super Smash Bros. In my opinion is timeless, like other classic Nintendo games such as the original Super Smash Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Pokemon Red and Blue. All in all, Super Smash Bros. Is a great video game. Wow, guys. The original Super Smash Bros. Is such an amazing video game. Don't you agree, Professor Pikachu?
No, Mr. Wii. Super Smash Bros. Is stupid. Oh, it's stupid, freaking stupid.
You no good Pikachu! Nobody gives a hoot about your damn opinion! You know what? You know nothing about quality video games. You're not a good video gamer. You're a nuisance. You're a freaking nuisance, Professor Pikachu. Take this, and this, and this, and this. You no good Pikachu. Ugh. Alright, guys. Let's talk about the development now of Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64, shall we? Super Smash Bros. Was developed by HAL Laboratory, and it actually began as a prototype game created by Masahiro Sakurai and Satoru Iwata in their spare time. Originally, this video game was supposed to be called Dragon King the Fighting Game. It actually had similar gameplay aspects to the original Super Smash Bros., but featured no Nintendo characters whatsoever. But Sakurai decided to include Nintendo characters that add a certain atmosphere to this video game. After getting permission from Nintendo and getting their approval, this video game had a small budget and had little promotion, and was actually intended to be a Japan-only game, but the overwhelming success had the game released worldwide. To this day, the original Super Smash Bros. Has sold 5.5 million units worldwide and was super successful. The overwhelming and amazing success of the original Super Smash Bros. Sparked future games in the series, and nowadays, with 6 games in this series, it's considered one of the best fighting games of all time, and I definitely agree with that. The core gameplay of the original Super Smash Bros. Is where this video game excels at its very best. This video game has 12 playable characters and 8 stages. Now, how the original Super Smash Bros. Work is that you try to make the percentage of your opponent greater, then knock their ass off the stage. How awesome. Each character has special moves by pressing B and smash attacks by holding a certain button. Certain characters have
have recovery moves that keep them from falling off the stage. Mario's recovery was hard to learn when I was younger, but Pikachu's recovery in this game is literally extraordinary. Probably the best out of all the characters in my opinion. And don't even get me started on how many times people have exploited Ness's recovery by using the PK Thunder attack. This video game has many fun aspects to it, and learning each fighter was the coolest part of Super Smash Bros. The stages were pretty damn fun too. My favorites are Planet Zips from Metroid and Hyrule Castle from The Legend of Zelda. But I have to say that Saffron City was pretty damn weird! With all these random ass Pokemon coming around, Venusaur! So friggin' annoying whenever I played that stupid stage as a kid. The one player mode was slightly fun. Unlocking the characters gave me something different to do when I first played this game, but I have to say that unlocking the characters takes very little time. It took me less than an hour to unlock every character. All in all, the original Super Smash Bros. Is a fun video game and definitely worth playing.
Pikachu! Fox! Complete!
All in all, what are my final thoughts about the original Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64? The original Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64 was a very good video game. I feel that future Super Smash Bros. Games definitely evolved the core gameplay and had more complex and intricate modes, but I have to say that the original Super Smash Bros. I could always go back to and play over and over again. The core gameplay is phenomenal, and this was definitely a unique fighting game for its time. There weren't fighting games like this, and this was definitely unique when it came out back in the year of 1999. I'm going to give the original Super Smash Bros. A 10 out of 10. I feel that video game is well deserving of that score. Even years upon years later, I feel that the original Super Smash Bros. Will still be a very fun game to play. But all in all, I enjoy the future games in the series, but all of the Super Smash Bros. Games are amazing video games. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video game review, and I'll see you next time. Later.